Okay, I am joined by Jacob Messina, Vice President Digital Operations at MCR, coming to us from sunny New York City.
Not so sunny today, but thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for coming on. Caught the story on LinkedIn. MCR buys StayNTouch 6 months after Trump puts the kibosh on the CG deal. And it's a pretty interesting purchase. But before we get into that, why don't you give us a breakdown of MCR? Who is MCR exactly?
Sure. So just a little bit about MCR. We have 96 hotels. It's across 29 states in the U.S., mostly branded properties across Marriott and Hilton. And then we do have independent properties as well, most notably the TWA Hotel at JFK, 512 rooms, which is definitely our flagship.
Yeah. Well, how have things been going for you guys the past 6 months?
Well, I mean, clearly, this has been a difficult time for the hospitality industry, but we've really worked with a lot of our partners, been able to secure elements of medical business and working, with airlines, especially at TWA. So we've held our own for sure.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so hotel management company buying a technology company is not completely unheard of, but I thought it a little strange amid a pandemic.
Yeah.
So what was the thinking there? What's going on?
Sure. Yeah. Happy to talk about this. So StayNTouch has definitely been, something I'm really passionate about. We were introduced to the product. We're a customer. We use StayNTouch at TWA, which is a particularly interesting property in its level of complexity. And we were really impressed with the StayNTouch product for a number of reasons. One, it's able to integrate into the many systems we use at TWA. And really, it's simplicity around training. You can get someone up to speed in 15 minutes, as opposed to other PMSs, which are hours, months, years to get fully trained. So we were really impressed by the team. So we ended up working with them. It was definitely opportunistic. But we worked really closely with the Shiji folks, and once this started to happen, we were able to work with them, partner.
Yeah, but you're not buying a PMS just for one hotel, right? So where are you going from here?
Yeah, it's something we're going to invest quite a bit into, probably about $10 million in the first year. We think that it's a great product. It won't be, we're not planning on taking control of the roadmap or anything like that. It's going to be a separate company that we just, we really believe in.
And are you going to continue to play a role in that?
So myself and a colleague are the co-business managers until we have a CEO in place. We have an active search going on now. So once we have a CEO in place, we'll be taking a step back, and it'll be run as a wholly owned subsidiary of MCR.
Okay. Well, it's like, what might be the pitfalls that you want to make sure you don't go down that road? Because you're not necessarily used to owning, managing, or partnering with this deeply with a technology company.
Yeah. Well, I think what we really bring to the table with the StayNTouch acquisition is, we're hoteliers by trade, and we're able to really bring that lens in these conversations. How are the products really being used, at the line level, from front desk, revenue management, et cetera. And we've already seen a lot of synergies there from talking with the team as we did the due diligence on the deal. So that's something that'll continue, and we'll make sure to help guide them where we can and help answer any questions they have about how their product is being used in the wild. From a technology side, it's a competitive landscape, but like I said, the StayNTouch product is really fantastic. It's a cloud-based PMS that we've been really thrilled with. So we wanted to make sure that it had a good home and a great direction.
So you mentioned there's $10 million investment is what you'd like to do first year. So let's talk a little bit about the future.
Sure.
Where are you headed? I mean, is StayNTouch primarily in the States?
Mm-hmm. So it's United States and Europe with a couple customers in APAC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there plans to expand beyond that? South America, Europe?
Yeah, really, I think that we'll continue to invest heavily in the United States. There will definitely be growth in Europe as well. We really want them, to have, or we think that it's a great product, and we don't want to start developing all these other, go into all these other businesses. We think that they have a best-in-class PMS. We want to double down on that. You see a lot of other competitors out there that are expanding into all these different spaces, which just isn't their core competency. We think that's where partnership with other players in the space, or other experts, is really a path towards success.
Okay. Well, with the time remaining, Jacob, any advice for the hoteliers going through this mess?
Um,
Hold on.
yeah, well, I mean, I can speak from my side. We've really taken a hard look at technology and how we can be using um, tech to better both the customer as well as our bottom line. We really left no stone unturned in terms of evaluating, do we have the right partners in place, and could we find or more effective and efficient solutions. So I think it's a great time to be thinking about that, especially going into the 2021 budget season as well. It's a time where clearly budgets are, nobody has a strong understanding of what next year is going to look like and when the recovery is really going to pick back up. So focus on the things that you can control, which is your costs and expenses.
All right, sir. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
You bet.